To Game 7, this series has been stellar. It's win or go home.
Denver just outworking the hustle plays.
They can't miss.
I didn't see this coming at all, the way this series has gone. It's been an offensive explosion for the Nuggets in that third quarter. Everything going right.
Denver dominates Game 7, and it's on to the second round for the Nuggets.
The Nuggets are moving on after a dominant Game 7 win. We now bring in 13-year NBA vet Quentin Richardson and Anscape senior writer David Dennis Jr. in the Sportscenter. David, let's start with you because, brother, I know you're itching to lay into these Clippers now, okay? I know you got a lot to say, so how bad was this collapse?
Look, I know it's the first round, but this is one of the most consequential and embarrassing collapses any franchise has experienced in the playoffs ever. Think about the money that this franchise has set on fire during this Kawhi Leonard era in the Clippers, waiting for a moment when he can be healthy and you can make a playoff run, and you're finally there, and you lay an egg like this. Playoff Jimmy Harden shows up in Game 7, 7 points, who has now had 14 points and average since 2020 in Game 7, below 30% all those games. Kawhi Leonard, you sat out half the season, so you could show up in a Game 7 like this, and you do not show up and you fold like this in this moment, and to cap it all off, you get to spend the next few weeks watching the OKC Thunder turn those assets that you gave them into a possible championship run, to a possible dynasty. Q, look, I slept like a baby last night, but if I'm a Clippers fan, I don't know how you sleeping well for a very long time after what you saw last night and what you're about to see for the next few weeks.
Hey, listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Dave. Double D, it was bad. It was bad. I was sitting there like, not like this. Like, at least let's fight. Let's be competitive. Let's do something. But, I mean, before everybody start piling on the James Harden stuff, man, let me just say this, because I watched, and I felt like he was playing the James Harden game. You're not aggressive. You're not terrible if you have 13 assists. I felt like he came out and he was trying to set the table, like get everybody else going, and like knowing that I got the ball, I could get my game off whenever. He did a good job of getting people off. 13 assists is not easy to do. We all know that. And the blowout came too quick. He didn't get a chance to get himself going and try to get himself to go off, because the snowball effect came, everything rolled up too fast, and before you know it, you're down 19, 20 points, and you looking upward at everything, and the crowd is yelling, the crowd is loud. Everything came at him too fast, and I think it was just a bad night on the worst day possible in the Game 7.
Yeah, we got a little bit of yin and yang over here. Double D was cooking, and Q calmed things down just a little bit, but the Nuggets are the first team to outscore an opponent by 15-plus points in multiple quarters in a Game 7 in NBA history. They now turn their attention to the Thunder, though. A little bit of a scary team, but listen to this real quick. Denver interim head coach David Adelman was asked about facing OKC, and this is what he said.
They're the best team in the NBA throughout this season. And I had a really good friend the other day make me feel awful. I said, yeah, if we win this series, man, we got to play a team that's 68-14. He said, nah, man, they're 72-14. I said, okay, that's right. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. So you're going up against some dogs, some young dogs who got some rest as well. So, Q, how can Denver upset OKC?
Me personally, I don't think they can, but I think the best case scenario for them to try to is Jamal Murray has to go nuclear. Jamal Murray has to be that superstar guy that we've seen in the bubble, and we've seen pop in and out at different times and go for 30, 40 points. Because we've seen that Joker is going to be a consistent variable that's going to be there every night, just depending on how high and how low he may go. But he's going to be triple-doubling and getting his points, so we know that he's going to be there. If they can get the superstar Jamal Murray, and you still couple that with the defense and the complementary players, the Aaron Gordons and the Christian Browns playing well, that's the best chance they got at OKC.
Yeah, man, you turning me into a negative person this morning. I don't think the Nuggets really got a shot either. But we're gonna figure out a way to find a little hope here, and that hope lies in Jokic. And look at the last time that these two teams played. Jokic had 35, 18, and 8. The Nuggets hit 18 threes. They shot 56%, and a lot of that was the fact that Jokic was unstoppable. He dominated against those bigs, and you're going to have him do that and put up a little bit of cushion when he's on the court, because we know that those non-Jokic minutes have been a disaster for the Nuggets during the regular season. They're going to be especially trying against this deep OKC team. So when he is on the court, he has to be the best player on the court by far for the Nuggets to have a shot.
Now that series starts Monday. OKC is currently favored to win that series at minus 900. Sheesh. Appreciate it, fellas.
3 MVPs. You know, you brought up a lot of stats. He's number one in a bunch of different categories, right? Now you plug in a guy like David Adelman. How does he adjust on the fly? Like, how does he adjust?
Does it really matter?
Game to game? I think it does. I think it does, because now you have to actually prepare. How are you preparing for James Harden and Kawhi Leonard?
Well, only thing I'm saying is I don't think Denver has the personnel. I don't think it's about coaching. I don't think they have the personnel, the depth. What I'm talking about. Your start five is your start five if they're healthy enough to be there. That's different. But I don't think they have the depth on a personnel level to compete with the Los Angeles Clippers if Kawhi Leonard and James Harden's in. And let's not forget Norman Powell, because you talk about a brother that I love. I mean, I love that brother. I've always felt he was underrated. This brother, this year. And then let's also not forget the addition of Jeff Van Gundy, how their defense has been tight all year long. So we know the greatness of Ty Lue as a coach in terms of his in-game adjustments. And Ty Lue is special, no question. But when you add Jeff Van Gundy to the mix, you got 2 head coaches there. Jeff Van Gundy is a damn head coach in this league. We all know what he brings to the table. His basketball acumen is not to be challenged, okay? And it's not an accident that they were a top-rated defensive team. But then to have their offense flowing like this with Kawhi and James Harden and Powell. I mean, listen, I ain't going to go as far as Lethal Weapon 3. This ain't college at Georgia Tech with Kenny Anderson, Brian Oliver, and D3 Dennis Scott. But damn it, you remember those days. It was special. And when I'm looking at James Harden with Powell, with Kawhi, it has given me cause to pause.
I'm just
and
happy
to look at the Los Angeles
page. I'm just happy.
Look, man.
You was looking at me crazy. Matter of fact, you had social media looking at me crazy.
I was.
Man.
That's right.
Looking
I
at
was.
me crazy, and now they on my side. We gonna see.
Who got the last laugh?
We gonna see.
Hold on. Whoa. It's not the last laugh, Molly. I mean, this Kawhi Leonard has missed
at the moment
the last 19 playoff games. Let's see if the durability is going to be maintained.
Different load. He got James.
Okay.
Harden.
I understand.
All right, he got Norman Powell, which you just.
Man, that brother can get hurt going to the bathroom.
He don't
you
have
can't
to
do that.
carry as
don't
much
worry,
now.
Stephen A.
He don't have to
He can get hurt going to the bathroom. Come on, Marcus. He can get hurt going to the bathroom.
He ain't hurt
you
right
know
now,
that.
Steven. It's
He's
up
not.
right now.
He's
It's up,
not.
and
He's
they
definitely
playing
not
well,
hurt
and
right
they
now.
my favorite.
It's a new
He looks
day. It's
great.
a new year.
That damn Kawhi Leonard looks special right now. He's looking special right now.
It's time to put some respect in his name, baby.
I can't. Well. Let me tell you this. I'm never gonna go for anybody accusing me of disrespecting his name, because the brother can ball. My issue was his availability, not what he did when he was available. We all know what the brother can do. But having said that, to miss the first 34 games of the season, to come out and play since March, over the last 21 games. The Clippers are 18-3, with the number 1 offense in basketball when Kawhi Leonard is on the basketball court. And then the brothers averaging 25.7 on 52% shooting, 43% from three-point range, and just balling. I mean, I'm looking at him last night, making steals, going the length of the court, jumping. I'm like this. He dunked. He came down like, is he hurt? Is he gonna be all right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, he running that back down on the court. He looked pretty damn good. And I'm looking at him, and I'm saying, ooh, this is going to get very interesting, because here's what it comes down to. With Kawhi Leonard healthy, Kawhi Leonard can carry the Los Angeles Clippers to the conference finals. He can do that. We can't dismiss. Listen, they can talk Zubac all they want to. He's about to. I appreciate what we've been seeing from him. It's about to come to an end. Now you're going up against the Joker. You can wrap that up. All that stuff you've been doing numbers-wise, it ain't gonna be anything compared to his numbers, okay? But Kawhi and James Harden could deliver the goods in a series against Denver.